What if the most powerful person in Washington wasn't the one standing behind the podium? What if the real superpower belonged to the person standing behind the glass? Meet WordWeaver. He doesn't throw punches. He doesn't fly. He doesn't command armies. He commands something far more valuable: information. According to public reporting, a longtime White House teleprompter operator allegedly knew what President Trump was expected to say before the rest of the world heard it, and allegedly used that advanced knowledge to place prediction market bets worth more than $100,000.
He was the man behind the scenes, operating President Trump's teleprompter for more than a decade. Gabriel Perez, the guy who knew what Trump was going to say before he said it.
I have a guy, Gabe. He's excellent. I've had some real bad ones, but I have Gabe.
But tonight, sources tell ABC News Gabriel Perez used his inside knowledge to place bets and win more than $100,000.
No one has publicly accused him of changing the speeches. The allegation is about knowing the words before everyone else.
Sources tell us Perez bet on more than a dozen Trump speeches, including this year's State of the Union through Kalshi's Mentions Market, where users wager on whether certain words and phrases will be said. President Trump is famous for going off script.
You know, when you go up here, you take a big chance, especially me, because I go off teleprompter about 80% of the time.
Sources tell us Perez sometimes pulled bets mid-speech when Trump skipped words that were in the teleprompter. It was the prediction market itself that sounded the alarm. Kalshi says it flagged federal regulators. Trump was informed of the situation.
He believes it's deeply unfortunate and frankly a disgrace.
And tonight, Perez put on indefinite unpaid leave. Sources told us Mary Perez is now in talks with federal regulators to settle the allegations. That could require him to give back the profits he made from those bets, but he's expected to face no criminal charges.
But here's the comic book question. If one word can move headlines, if one word can change the world, one word can move markets, then who really holds the superpower? Every word has a price. Wall Street reacts to words. Foreign governments react to words. The stock market reacts to words. The media reacts to words. One sentence from the president can erase billions, or create billions. Most of us hear the speech when it's live. WordWeaver hears it before breakfast. That's not magic, that's access. And access has value. Imagine watching tomorrow's football game today. Imagine reading tomorrow's newspaper tonight. Imagine buying lottery tickets after the numbers are announced. That's why investigators are looking at the alleged use of advanced knowledge, not because words are illegal. Because timing is valuable. WordWeaver doesn't need X-ray vision. He has tomorrow's headlines. The most dangerous superpower isn't strength. Storm changes the weather. Superman lifts buildings. Thor swings a hammer. Professor X reads minds. WordWeaver? He studies nouns. Because history doesn't always change through violence. Sometimes, history changes through vocabulary. Think about it. One word can start a war. One word can calm a financial panic. One word can start one. One word can reassure allies. One word can frighten them. One word can dominate every cable news channel for the next 72 hours. The president speaks. The world reacts. WordWeaver already knew the reaction was coming. That isn't flying. He doesn't need to. That's foresight. And according to the public allegations, foresight may have become profit. The real battle is temptation. Here's what makes WordWeaver fascinating. He's not accused of hacking. He's not accused of stealing classified documents. He's not accused of changing Trump's speeches. The public allegation is much simpler. He allegedly knew something valuable before everyone else, and investigators say he used that knowledge to make money. That's the oldest superhero story ever written. Not good versus evil, power versus temptation. Every hero reaches the same crossroads. Do I use my gift to help everyone? Or do I use it to help myself? That's where WordWeaver lives. Right on that line. One word away from greatness. One word away from changing the world. One decision away from disgrace. Whether these allegations ultimately result in penalties or not, one lesson remains. Information is power. Timing is power. Words are power. And the WordWeaver had the power and opportunity to change those words. And history has always belonged to the people who understood that before everyone else. The question isn't whether one word can change the world. We already know it can. The question is, who's holding the script? Who's putting words in Doz and Donnie's mouth? The WordWeaver had the opportunities. If this is your first time on the channel, hit subscribe because we're turning real headlines into cinematic stories grounded in publicly reported facts. Drop a comment below. If you could change one word in history, what word would it be? And remember, with one word, he changes the world.